I was looking for people that had that mentality of wanting to create a legacy right along with me, because that's how I sold it. If you're married to the project that you're working on and what you did to that project, it's not gonna work, man. I'm telling you.
Gotcha.
When you see the red flags, run. Don't wait for it to turn green, because it's not gonna turn green at all. You have to go through those steps to even get to the point to where you'll be receptive for what it is that any advice at the age of like the students that I deal with now.
Good day, good people. My name is Lewis Goodley II, and welcome to another edition of the From Good to Pro podcast, where we are talking to creative entrepreneurs and creative professionals about how their journey went from good to pro. And before we get started into this episode, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube page so you can be involved and help start to build this community of creative entrepreneurs and creative professionals. Now, today is an amazing episode, and it's personal to me because this is my mentor. This is someone who helped me start my journey from good to pro. So let me brag on him a little bit so you can understand who's sitting in front of me. Darian McCaskill is the Director of Creative Services at Bethune Cookman University. He founded BCU's Cat-Eye Network, which elevated the university athletics creative presence and sets a new standard for how Wildcat sports are seen. This is somebody who sharpened my eye, sharpened my skills, and set me on the path of becoming a creative professional. So, Darien, man, this is a long time coming. It's been well over 10 years since we really connected or first started our journey. But man, tell us a little bit about how that journey, that process started when we were starting Cat-Eye Network.
Well, thank you for having me. That's the first thing. This is kind of a cool concept, and I'm loving being a part of it. Starting the Cat-Eye Network was a really, cool process. Quite honestly, I don't think that we would have gotten to a point where we could have started the Cat-Eye Network without the pressure of the changing times when it came to media, the changing demand when it came to who our new head football coach was at the time, and then also to the creativity of our AD at the time, and allowing us to do what was necessary to become, to create the Cat-Eye Network. It was based off a need. We were looking to do more live streams. Create our own network, control our own narrative. And that was basically why Cat-Eye Network was started. And when I was a young guy, when I started it, in comparison to now, you see the gray. But I was a young guy when I started it. And one of the first things I needed were people that had like-minded thoughts when it came to ownership of what was actually happening at the time. This was something that I don't think especially any HBCUs were doing at the time. The creative departments and things that you see now, that is a norm for institutions, athletic departments and institutions and things of that nature. Yeah. This was something that was new at the time.
How old were you when you started, and what year did Cat-Eye start?
I think it might have been 28, maybe.
Wow. I didn't know you were that young. That's crazy.
I was 28 when I started Cat-Eye, yes.
Wow. I thought you was in your 30s for some reason. Man, I didn't really.
No, I hadn't quite got there yet.
What year was that? That was in 2012?
That was in 2012.
Okay.
Somewhere, yeah. So, with that, when acquiring the help, which are the students, you guys are the ones that we recruited. That's why we're so close, because we all grew up together in the process. Yeah. You guys, I wasn't, but so much older than you were at the time. But my mindset was, I wasn't in a 20-year-old mindset, a 20-something-year-old mindset. I was looking to build some type of a legacy.
Yeah, no, for sure. So when you started to build and recruit, what did that process look like? Like, who were you looking for specific? Because you were saying you're looking for somebody that was like you. What does that mean?
I was looking for someone that could do what's being asked to do, but not having to be asked multiple times.
Gotcha.
I was looking for someone or some people that had that mentality of wanting to create a legacy right along with me, because that's how I sold it. I sold it based off of, hey, this is just as much yours as it is mine. And if you do what is necessary, this legacy can live on forever. And we see that it is. I mean, Cat Eye is still going to this day at Bethune Cookman University. So
For sure.
But yeah, so I just wanted to make sure that we filled the team with go-getters and people that were serious about the craft and not just playing around with it. I mean, obviously, as we grew and the generations changed, there were some members that, just came and was just wanting to be a part of it, but they didn't understand or didn't know what it took to get to that point.
Yeah.
But that's just with everything. I mean, they're expecting it to just be there. But no, that first group and how we got it going, it was a thing of, oh yeah, no, this is brand new. This is exciting. Nobody else is doing this. We're on the cutting edge. We want to take ownership of this because we know it could be something big when we leave.
That's what's up. What were some of the things that we were doing at the beginning? I mean, obviously I was there, but for people that don't know, what were some things that we were doing that were on the cutting edge at that time for Cat Eye? So
we live streamed we live streamed every basketball game. We live streamed every football game. We live streamed golf. We live streamed, there was some other sports, bowling.
Golf was wild.
Yes. We live streamed bowling. We live streamed. Yeah. As a matter of fact, bowling was probably our most watched broadcast worldwide with bowling. I mean, we had large numbers in Germany and Finland and some other places. But that's what we were doing, and it was a full broadcast, multiple cameras. We ran commercials. We did all of that stuff. But then also too, we did full length features. Yeah. With recaps. I mean, people now do like 30-second, minute-long recaps, and there's no story. Where's the story? Like,
yeah.
I love all of that stuff. It's cool. I like to watch it. I have students now that do that kind of stuff, and it's really cool. And attention spans are small nowadays, so like we get it. But we were doing like beginning, middle, and end. 4-parters.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I really love, like, that's when I really started to develop that storytelling, creative aspect of things, to where it wasn't just like, okay, throw this together to some music. Like, no, it has to have a beginning, middle, and end. We did interviews, player profiles. I remember Tiff would go to houses and interview people. So when I describe Cat Eye to people, I would say it was like the ESPN at the school.
And initially, Cat Eye Network was supposed to be our own network of just like a broadcast network where you had content and everything like that. And that's exactly what it was initially. But it became a network of students that have gone all over. And they are doing different things. And now even some of the newer students that are working within Cat Eye or had worked in Cat Eye are now able to reach out to, we like to call them old heads. You reach out to the old heads, and the old heads, now that they're more established, they're able to work with them. And it's a really cool experience. So, it worked in both ways. We were doing graphics. We were doing keeping up with social media. We were on the cutting edge of that. As a matter of fact, I used to tout a lot when Instagram finally started doing videos, because before it was Vine. I'm telling my age. Before it was Vine. And then Instagram decided to let us do 15-second videos. And as soon as it dropped, Courtney was like, hey, you can do videos on Instagram now? Yeah. Oh, really? Post.
That's crazy. It really shows how.
I mean, it was quick. Yeah. And we had a video up, and it was just really cool to be there and be a part of that.
Yeah, we were part of the whole journey too, because like when they expanded the time, we were like, oh, they can do longer videos now. All right, what type of videos are we gonna do now?
Right.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So now when videos are going on Instagram and we do all of those things, Now I feel like that old man that I used to be like, man, ain't nobody care if you walked in the snow 15 miles to.
Yeah.
But now I've started to feel like that. Like, oh man, when back in the day,
Yeah. Back when Instagram, they didn't have reels.
Like, yeah, they didn't have reels back in the day. We need reels.
We just had to post photos.
You had to specifically make it 15 seconds or it was going to get cut off.
No, for real. They wouldn't even accept the video, I don't think.
They wouldn't even accept it. So
yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, but it was a fun time.
Yeah, so it was really cool how we evolved with technology, but then also we were also learning real world skills.
Yes.
To the where we can be professionals as soon as we graduate.
Right.
So it wasn't like we were, okay, this is a random project that doesn't mean anything. No, this actually went on our resume because it was on ESPN, it was live stream, people were paying to watch it. So that's something we can really pat our resumes on for sure. So that's what really helped us really develop our skills before we graduated. So
right.
Really good.
And the people that you meet, the circles that were created, and the relationships that you wind up having, I know, and once you guys left, the opportunities were there. I know in your particular case, Coach Jenkins, when he wound up leaving to take a job at Alabama State, I think Rod Coachman, one of my brothers, he was there pre-Cat-Eye, and then he was there when Cat-Eye was, came back to be a GA during, the height of Cat-Eye. And when he left, when Coach Jenkins left, Rod got a job doing something similar to and trying to start something or what we had here. And then you continued that after he left to move on to other things. So even further that concept up at Alabama State. So
for sure.
I mean, the tree grows, and that's just one example.
Yeah.
I mean, was one example. I mean, there's so many people I could talk about. Russell Delata, Chris Bell, Kalen Bruce, Tiffany Todd. Like I can name a whole list of people, Mia Hicks, like they're just doing stuff, Larissa Collins. A lot of people that just, they were serious here.
For sure.
And then they took that same pattern in the thought process and took it other places and became successful.
And the thing is, like, we're not doing anything different than what we're doing. I mean, we're just adding on to that foundation that was laid. So I think that's really solid. While you're still here currently, you're over the Creative Collective. Yeah. So you have students that you still work with now. How is that different from when you were doing working with Cat-Eye, or is it different?
There's a little bit of a difference. When working over in athletics, you have the ability to be a little bit more edgier because of the type of audience that you're catering to. On the institutional side, especially here at Bethune Cookman, we have a story to tell, and we have a founder. Our founder is attached to it. The simulators are the same. We train the students that are part of this program, and when they leave, they have an opportunity to go somewhere and fit right in because we teach them what it's like in the real world. When you came over to Cat-Eye Network, you were coming over into a Division I program. Regardless of how small Bethune Cookman is or what you think about Bethune Cookman, it is a Division I program. And on top of that, it is one of the more sought after Division I programs on this particular level. And if you were to come here, as opposed to seeing what you see, you would think that we were 10,000, our enrollment was 10,000 plus.
Yeah, for sure.
But our enrollment is around 3,500. But you wouldn't know that. But that's on purpose.
Yeah.
That is on purpose. But we still make sure that the students have a solid foundation. We give them the ability to be creative within the parameters that we have. Sometimes we do push the envelope, but the ultimate goal is to tell that story of our legacy. And Dr. Bethune is probably one of the best legacies that you can have as far as her story and how this thing got started here. And this school was built off creativity. If it wasn't built off creativity, then it wouldn't have existed, because you got to think about it. It was made with $1.50, faith in God, and 5 little girls. Yeah. And to this day, 101 years later, we're still existing. you can't tell me that wasn't creativity.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's embedded. It's embedded in what we do. It's ingrained in us to keep it going for the founder and everything. And I mean, the leadership, I love the leadership that we have now.
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Mosley is the man.
Yeah, he's changing everything, like changing the game for sure.
Oh, yeah, man. I just...
another level. Like Cat Eye really helped, obviously in the time we were in, got a lot of really good players, for the football team. And then we also expanded beyond just athletics for Cat Eye. We started doing stuff with Concert Corral, and that's how it started to kind of spread to the school. But now, fast forward now, I mean, the impact we can have is unbelievable.
Right. And just a little bit about Dr. Mosley, because I think it goes to say, when you start talking about leadership and the opportunities that they give and their discernment and things of that nature, like he is just working with them. He has a plan. And for me, if a plan is explained to me, or not even explained, but if I get it, I'm on. I got you. I'm in it. And that's where I'm at with him right now. Like it's one thing when you go through, because we know what good leadership has been like. I mean, we were working under Lynn Thompson for years.
For sure.
And they don't get no better than that. So with Dr. Mosley coming in, he reminds me of what it was like to work with Mr. T, because when we start to brainstorm, we have a meeting every Monday. We start to brainstorm about things, and we start to talk about what we're doing. There's reasoning for that. Yeah. And the fact that he involves himself and doesn't just leave us to our own devices without any leadership, no guidance, or anything like that. And he actually has a say, but allows us to, explain, go back and forth, and we have that kind of relationship. It makes my job so much more easier.
That's good. So, as creative, sometimes we get so bogged up into like our ideas and our creativity and those type of things. How do you transition or marry the two, creativity and professionalism, so you're not so tied to your ideas? Because we can be like, oh, this is my baby. This is what I created. Don't touch it. Don't modify. No notes. How do you transition from that mindset to professional?
Well, I got a divorce and I married something else. I'm be honest with you. I mean, if you're married to your work, if you're married to the project that you're working on and what you did to that project, it's not gonna work, man. I'm telling you.
Gotcha.
So what I wound up doing was letting that go and being just married to the process. And what the process is that, okay, I'm gonna do this video, send it off to get edited or looked at. If they have corrections, I take that feedback. I do what's being asked of me to do, and I send it out to see what it is. Because sometimes you can do a video and be like, sometimes you can do a video and be like, oh man, I put my all in this thing, man. That's what you get mad about. But yeah, just don't, being married to things when you're a creative is very detrimental, because like I said, if you're married to that work, the expectation of people being able to see the same vision that you had when you put the work together, put the piece together, that's what causes you the heartache when they come back and say, and that's not helpful.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, there's been times where I've sent out stuff where I was like, all right, I know I'm gonna get notes back, or I know what I'm gonna get the notes on. So then I'm like, okay, they probably want to switch the music. They probably going to switch this. So when they bring it back, it's like, oh, and they have those specific notes. I'm like, okay, no notes. Like that's my measure of no notes. They did what I expect them to do. So yeah. So you definitely can't be married to your ideas, because that's ever changing, and then they might have a better idea anyway. So you might even learn from that too.
Yeah. So. Everybody has different ways of editing or expressing what it is that they're trying to convey. But you got to remember that the client is, and what they're trying to convey is more important than what you're trying to convey. Yeah. So working with the Mideast Athletic Conference was probably one of the best experiences that I could have had. I love the people there. Continue to love there. It was almost like an extension of Bethune Cookman, family oriented, and things of that nature. The only reason why well, COVID wound up hitting the next year. After that was another thing. Had some feeling I needed to be back here in Florida because Niaki is based in Virginia. But I realized there that deadlines and a structured environment in that way, for some reason, was bothersome to me. Now, that doesn't mean I missed deadlines of that kind of nature, but I could have something 2 weeks, but the dopamine wasn't kicking in. Well, I know this now because I've done research on my condition, but the dopamine wasn't kicking in until 2 days before that deadline. And there was just stuff, follow through on things, and just a lot of different symptoms that I now know was a part of me having the diagnosis. Because once I actually went to the doctor, I saw a commercial. That's how I found out. I saw a commercial and said, "Hey, are you having this? Are you seeing this sign or this sign?" I said, "That kind of sound like me. Where this come from?" Took the test.
Yeah.
Then I was like, "Oh yeah, you suffer from ADHD, non-attentive type, and depression." Depression? I don't never feel depressed. Then I went to the doctor, took the same test, same thing, and turns out I was very high on the scale of depression.
Wow.
Wouldn't have known that. I had experienced some things, but obviously you know when you're trying to be judged for yourself, sometimes you're not really seeing it.
Yeah.
So that then brought me to the conclusion when I started really doing some self-evaluation. When I was here at Bethune Cookman before, I was able to set my own schedule. We started the Cat Eye Network on our own deal. The only schedule that we really had to run was what time the game started. Other than that, we set our own deadlines. We set our own show releases. We set our own things. It was not set up based upon what somebody else wanted. So I would have never had, you know what I'm saying, never had a clue.
For sure.
That was a thing. But now I'm in a different environment and those things are not in my control. Then I really started to see differences.
Yeah.
Because anybody that knows me, they know the work ethic is nothing for me. I'm on it.
For sure.
I'm on it. I work like 3 or 4 people.
Yeah, for sure. I can definitely attest to that. Like we was up super late in the office making sure stuff got done. It got done,
right? For
sure. So yeah.
So that's one of those things that I want to make sure that people are aware, especially creatives, because we deal with we've even had friends in our group that have dealt with some kind of a break mentally. When it comes to just being creative, I mean, we're talking about guru geniuses, creative geniuses,
100%,
and they all have had some kind of a mental break when it came to being a creative, life, whatever the case may be. But I think all those things are relative to each other.
Yeah. So
trying to make sure that people are aware of those signs, those symptoms, even in the students now. I actually am asking the questions because they remind me of what it was that I was dealing with.
That's good though.
And I am hypersensitive to that kind of stuff now.
I think that's good too, to where you're able to, help them and guide them along that path. And again, not just like those hard skills, like, okay, cool, you know how to shoot, you know how to edit, but how do you mentally process things? How are you feeling emotionally? That way you can check in. Part of the creative, because you understand what your part of your creative process was. I think that's really good to be aware of that too. As a professional creative or creative in like just working in a 9-to-5 type of environment, so to speak, what are you kind of teaching your students on how to kind of work within their career, or how to work with clients, different things like that? Like, what are some things or principles that you're teaching them so that way they can continue to be professionals once they graduate?
Timeliness.
Not true.
If you're going to have your own production company, if you're going to be doing anything on anybody's dime, you have to be on time. If you're going to have your own production company, you have to have the work on time. If you sell somebody that you're going to have it by this date, guess what you need to have it by? The date that you told them you was going to have it by, right? Consistency sells. I often use the example that I've heard about somebody asking, what does McDonald's sell? Oh, they sell Big Macs and fries. Yeah, they sell that, but what do they really sell? What makes them successful? And what they sell is consistency. All McDonald's look alike. You know what I mean? They Big Macs taste the same everywhere you go. Chicken McNuggets taste the same everywhere you go. Consistency.
For sure.
So it's no different. It's no different in this space. It's, we're creatives. Yeah, people think that we all over the place and so on and so forth. But no, there's a method to the madness.
For sure. What I started to learn recently was I was trying to sell my services and sell quality and sell those type of things. And now, because everybody has a camera, everybody has a camera in their pocket, everybody has good lighting and quality, like, what are you actually selling? And then to your point, sell consistency is one thing too. Like, what is the outcome your client is going to get? So you want to sell on outcomes as opposed to just, I can give you what you told me to give you. It's like, okay, cool, I got the product, but what is this gonna do for me? You know? So that way you can get and retain clients as well too. So those principles I think won't go anywhere, especially with AI handling all the hard tasks and the mundane tasks. You got to be able to still have those soft skills. Right. So
it's the thing about AI, and a lot of people would think that somebody like me would be so against it. I love AI.
Man,
I am on it, man. Please. I've been able to do some things with it that I've always wanted to do. We're talking about making music, because I do that on my spare time. That's a hobby of mine. And I've always wanted to create songs that I might not, because I'm not a player. I can't play. I'm always tinkering with the keyboard.
Gotcha.
And I've been able to make bangers.
Nice.
But it's even to the point where I don't even listen to regular music anymore. I'll probably put on one of the playlists of a song that I've already started.
Now, you do have some good stuff. You had me listen to some stuff.
But I mean, just in general, man. And I'm hoping that during this podcast, like, you show a little bit of this video I just recently did. AI all up and through it. Just taking like music and voiceover and changing things around and just doing stuff that just makes things so much easier. And the thing about it is, it depends on how you use it, man. Like, you can use AI to really get past some hurdles or some roadblocks when it comes to like mental blockage. Yeah. Myself and Mr. Thompson that I mentioned earlier, I say we were because he isn't here anymore at the school, but we are kindred spirits when it comes to the creative process. I used to bounce ideas off of him all the time when he was here and he was my boss. And we still do to this day. But now that I don't have like immediate access to him because he's in a different space, I use AI. I'm all over chat. Chat is my new
for sure.
Chat is my new Lynn Thompson.
Nice.
But we will.
Yeah.
I mean, I talk to it. My chat she's a female. She got the slang down pat and everything. She got a little country twang to her.
Oh, really? That's funny.
But we talk back and forth all the time. Go back and forth about concepts, ideas.
My chat called me Lou now.
Call you Lou?
Yeah. Like, I got you, Lou. I was like, I got you, Lou. This is great.
Right.
Yeah. Call me brother the other day. Yeah, it was chat.
But sometimes it just gives you ideas that you hadn't really thought of in what it is that you're trying to put together. And then, if you use it the right way, it can be very beneficial. I mean, I know there's some things that people are using it for nefarious reasons or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Or they're trying to use it to replace folks. That's not what we're that's not what I use it for, and I don't think that people should be so scared of it.
Yeah.
They need to learn how to use it.
For sure.
They do. They need to learn how to use it. And I, as I mentioned earlier, I do music with it, and I think that they need to have AI categories. I think in order to protect artists that are out there that pour their hard work into creating things from scratch.
For sure.
I think they still have the categories that they have, but I think they should have AI categories for certain things, and then keep that thing separate. And you have to identify when you've done things with AI. Mm-hmm. That's how I see that. I've seen where Kaylani she has mentioned things about, because she is against it. Period. And I can understand where she's coming from. Yeah. Definitely understand where she's coming from, but I do think that there's a space for everything, and you're not going to get rid of AI. It's happening.
Yeah, no,
it's happening. But I do think that they need to categorize it and have it a separate category. If I was to make some music, I wouldn't want my music to be placed up against hers and talking about who did the better song. No, because I didn't do that what she did.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
For sure.
But if you put me up against somebody else that use AI, okay, cool. I'll gladly take it if mine won. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's how I see that.
That makes perfect sense. Okay, cool. As we start to wrap up here, what is some advice that you would give some of your current students, or really anybody that wants to be in this creative field and, as a profession? What concrete, I guess, advice you would give them? How do you go from good to pro from a mindset standpoint or mental standpoint?
Well, I would say this. I don't think you teach a mindset. I know a lot of gurus have books and things you would change, that people will change their perspective about certain things. That stuff comes with maturity. It comes with age. One of my friends used to say all the time, man, could you imagine if young people would actually listen to the older people telling them what not to do and actually do that? They would skip a lot of steps in the process. But you have to go through those. Somebody will have to go through those steps to even get to the point to where you'll be receptive of what it is that is being said to you. And in this particular case, I think that any advice at the age of, like, the students that I deal with now, it is carve your own path.
Yeah. That
has been consistent across the board, even when you were here. I used to tell you guys all the time about YouTube before YouTube was as big, as way bigger than what it is now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there are opportunities to be able to do things that, especially now, and we just talked about AI. There are opportunities to be able to do things that I didn't have, you didn't have. But it's right there. The information, all the information you need is right there on your phone.
Yeah.
Anything that you might want to know how to do or learn how to do, right there on YouTube. Anything step by step that you might need, go to chat, ask it. I'm pretty sure that y'all have a good conversation.
True.
Yeah. The world is really your oyster. They used to say that to us all the time, but I mean, it can't be no truer than it is now.
Yeah.
So that would be the big advice. 1, 2, get you some use. Okay. Like-minded people. Be around people that are going to uplift you. Be around people that think similar to the way you think. And weed out the bad ones. Weed out the bad ones. I mean, that is easier said than done at an early age, because you're still trying to learn that discernment. But when you see the red flags, run. Don't wait for it to turn green, because it's not going to turn green at all.
That's funny.
When you see the red flag, get your ass up out of there.
Sure. This will be the last thing, because I just triggered a thought. You've been here for a long time. For a long time. For what, about 2 decades. How have you stayed consistent, and what's kept you going, as far as, like, you've had different administrations, different coaches, different students, like, what's kept you consistent as far as just being the go-to guy for stuff?
I don't like anybody talking bad about me. I don't like to give them reason to say anything bad about me. I'm not a person that I don't like to be embarrassed. And I also, too, believe in hard work pays off. So I'm very amenable to the situations. Whether I like them or not, they are what they are.
Yeah.
And it's just back to my philosophy on how life is. Things happen for a reason, and they happen all in God's time. And so therefore, if the moves that I need to make, or if I was to apply for a job, if I was supposed to be in a different department, a different position, guess what? This is gonna happen. So that's how I move. That's how I move. I don't necessarily rock the boat, but I am cerebral in movements. Right?
Explain. What does that mean?
So what that means is that the loudest dog in the park ain't always the toughest dog in the park.
Makes sense. That's real.
That means that I have there's way more clout in silent progression. The people that you know, the people that you treat well, the people you talk to will treat well. If you know people, I never want to do anything bad to hurt anybody. And that shows when your name is brought up in circles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if somebody was to be vindictive or evil or trying to do things that would go against that, that's going to get dealt with. I know you heard the phrase, God don't play about me.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I believe. I feel like I'm favored in a way to where these things don't affect what my path is. Right?
That makes sense.
So therefore, all the moves I move in silence. I move with purpose. I move with intention. I move with a good heart. And then I let everything else fall from there. And if you one of those people that, want to take advantage of that or try to come against that or try to, do things that are not necessarily in good faith, I mean, I think it'll show.
Yeah, no, 100%. It always does. So
that always does.
Yeah, no, but I definitely appreciate the opportunities you've given me while I was here. I mean, obviously starting working in Cat Eye and, all the opportunities that came from just Cat Eye and working Concert Chorale and to really establish a solid foundation and really help me gain the confidence to really start my own business. Because once I graduated, I was like, I don't know what else I'm going to be able to do because I haven't done anything else in college but this. So really pushing forward and like, okay, I want to start my own business. I want to get clients, want to do this, want to do that. Even when it was hard, it was like, I still have the confidence enough I know I can create. So there's nothing that can stop me from creating. And I think you instilled that confidence in me. You, along with all the other old heads, so to speak, in Cat Eye, the Tiffany Todds, Rodney Coachman, Russell Dellard, like all those people that helped really establish me really as a creative, really. So from there, I'm just gaining professional knowledge, getting professional development, starting a podcast, doing a lot of different things to really elevate and, build upon that foundation that you started. So definitely appreciate that, man.
Well, I think, that's just kind of what we do. I would be remiss in not saying, because there's some names that we wind up missing that actually had something to do with it too, that are no longer with us at all, which Andrew Brown, Curtis Killings. They unfortunately are not with us on this earth anymore. So I just wanted to make sure that we say their names and get them their props too. Because Andrew was a beast and Curtis was always there, always there. So
yeah, no, those are definitely big time, a big impact for sure.
Yeah.
So, but this has been another edition of the From Good to Pro podcast, man. Definitely appreciate Darian McCaskill for joining us in this conversation. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to From Good to Pro podcast on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram for more content, and we'll see you next week.